Hey, what's up, everybody? It's another episode of Girlfriends and Football with your favorite three ladies. We got Sherry in the house, we got Beth in the house, and of course, your girl Desi is here. Woo, y'all! It's been a week and it's only Wednesday. How's everybody living? How's everybody tonight?
I don't know. Ask the bags under my eyes. Like Christmas and end of year, and I can't
Fantasy
even tell
football?
you the errors I've made this week. It's my mom's birthday. I made her a year older than she was. Like, y'all, I'm not kidding. She's 74, and I've been so busy that the night before she was coming over for her birthday dinner, I was like, it's her 75th birthday, and I'm just making the bitch tacos. Like, what? I got to do more. So I ordered all the 75-year happy birthday planning, every banners, tablecloth, plates, cups, candles, cards. I even got her a what happened this day in 1948. Y'all, she turned 74.
That's awesome, Sherry. Thank you so
No,
much.
nothing's ever made me feel more normal.
My mom walks in to a 75th birthday party and it's 74. And I don't know about y'all, but like as women probably don't want to add a year to their age. And I'm like, and in all my madness, all I could think about was, oh my God, it's my mom's 75th birthday and I have not done enough. So let me buy everything. And
Please tell me you're going to save it for next year.
fuck yes. So instead of the candle, so I got her a 7 and a 5 gold candles for the cakes, multiple cakes I got her. And instead of the 7-5, once I found out it was her 74th, I put the gold 7 and I only had white candles that are singles. So gold 7 and 4 white candles for 74.
Nice.
I think it's perfect. And I think that is a true representation
Right?
of what we all go through on a daily basis at this point.
In December, especially Thanksgiving, Christmas, work, like we're just all yeah. So
It's
like I admit
memorable.
it. I'm sorry. I'm a total basket case.
It's memorable. That was memories that like you can't make up. That is a great family story that will be spoken for years to come. So there you go.
Until you turn 75.
Right?
Just be prepared on your 74th birthday to celebrate your 75th.
Oh, Beth, how's everything in your world?
It's already Wednesday and only Wednesday, all at the same time.
I feel that.
So
Well,
I talked to my sister real quick, and she said, and she just picked up the phone and said, "It's the most wonderful time of the year, I have been told." And that's where we're at, right?
Exactly.
oh my gosh, I get it. Listen, I am, I'm not going to bring the temperature down on this beautiful energy that we have going on. I've got my own clutter stuff, just shit happening from the left and right. And it's going to be a unique holiday season in the Zevin household. So we'll just leave it at that. But what is fantastic is Beth. The Bills with a W. Let's talk about that. They come
we
off
have
a bye.
so much. I think we could just talk about this alone, right?
Yes.
It's so good.
Toegate, the whole thing. Like
Toegate.
walk us through. And I want to share the meme that you shared afterwards because that was hilarious. But go just in your glory. Be in your glory.
So it was a great game. Like let's just be real. It was a great game, beginning to end. I loved every minute of it. The end was as stressful as a Buffalo game is always stressful. Mahomes needed to settle himself down. And I will just say that he took away from probably one of the most amazing plays I've ever seen in football, whether the touchdown counted or not. He took away from the glory of that beautiful play because they could have won with that play. And it was, I mean, who does that? Who tosses and throws a lateral with like time left on the clock? Like it wasn't a Hail Mary play. It wasn't a, it was third down, right? Like there's no reason why they had to do all those things. And they did. And it was an amazing play. And they should have gotten the touchdown, except they didn't because they had a penalty.
Yeah. So this is what, for those who don't know, this is Bills Chiefs game. And in the final drive of the Chiefs, they had an opportunity to score. And the wide receiver, Marquez Valdez, what's the
Torrey.
Yeah, him.
Torrey.
Yes. So he lines up offsides. He is way above where the ball is lined up. And the scandal is, I guess, allegedly, a wide receiver can point to the ref to make sure, hey, am I good? Am I on, not beyond the line of scrimmage? And when you watch the replay, because I've seen a replay now of him actually doing it, he did point. However, after he pointed, he moved forward. So he wasn't set when he pointed to the ref to be like, am I good? So the play happened, and as soon as movement happened, the ref threw the flag because he was so beyond the line of scrimmage that he was offsides. And they went ahead and did the play, and the play that Beth's talking about, it was beautiful. Mahomes passed to Travis Kelce. Kelce then passed backwards to actually to him.
To
Torrey. And he took it in for a touchdown, which none of it counted because he was offsides. Yeah. So it was a beautiful play.
The best score that never was. It was the best score that never was. And I believe that's actually what Kelce said to Josh Allen after the game as well. Because Josh Allen was like, God damn it, that was amazing. And he's like, it's the best score that never was. Like, I mean, because it really was. I mean, it was a very well designed play. Mahomes is pissed that they showed their cards in advance and didn't.
You know what? Here's the thing about it, because I didn't know enough about it. So I watched all the videos and the replays and seeing everything about it, knowing we'd be talking about it. And there's so many both sides to it. But the reality is, if the play didn't end up being a touchdown, nobody would have ever said anything about it. His foot's offsides. It's offsides. Nobody would have ever commented again. So you can't be like, whoa, you negate that play because it was clearly offsides.
Right.
So yeah, it was amazeballs play. And there were a lot of people that were trying to be like, well, they were showing, well, he's been doing that all day. That's exactly where he's been lining up, and the ref hasn't called it before. Why did he call it on this play? And there's a whole lot of, I don't know, because you didn't get caught before. Does that make it okay? You know what I mean? There's so much back and forth, but I think it just boils down to, he was offsides. And it got called inconveniently when they were going to make the play of the game.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And I think that's, he's like, it's an elementary school call. Well, then it's an elementary school mistake.
Exactly.
Right? You've got to be aware that at that point, you have to be aware of where you are in the field.
It's
if
not
you are
like
being paid this much money,
called.
Right.
It's every game.
And it had been called 11 times this season already. Right. Yes, it's a newer call that is being called more consistently at this level, but it's nothing new.
Yep.
God, I love talking to you guys because your takes is not something that I've verbatim heard from anybody else. Sherry, for you to make the comment of if it wasn't a touchdown, it would not be what it is. Brilliant. No one ever, I have yet to hear anybody say that. So and then Beth is like, well, then it's an elementary mistake. Boom, put it back on you. And I agree. 100%. Like, and that I think is what led to Mahomes's meltdown, right? He had a complete meltdown after. But I think the meltdown was more about the consistent errors of his receiving team. He cannot get a pass to any one of his receivers consistently other than Travis Kelce. And that's got to be frustrating for a quarterback like Mahomes from a team that has excellence as their standard, has been to Super Bowls, has Andy Reid, Hall of Fame, coach, all these things. But damn, Beth, and I'm just like, does this not speak volumes of who Beth is? Like, she's a freaking Bills fan that just freaking won a game. And she's talking about the play that never was. That was a Kansas City play. Like, that's what you brought to today, is talking about Kansas City. But that's who she is. She's like, legit loves football first and foremost, but two, like, she's just a good human being and will give the credit where the credit's due. So how do you feel about your Bills moving in? Because moving forward, they're still kind of lurking. They have a hell of a schedule.
Hope. I would say there's probably more hope now with the Chargers situation, and I just, there's hope. Like, I think we're in a good place right now. I think Josh Allen's in a good place. I think the team feels like there's some hope again. I think they're kind of getting on a roll. So I think as long as we stay healthy, we're going to be okay. A lot of teams are coming up with, I mean, what we can, I'm sure you have the stats somewhere, Desi. Like, how many quarterbacks are out injured at this point in the season?
Well,
I mean, it's
they
more
were
this
the injury.
It's
They were
more
all on
this
my
season
fantasy
than
team.
probably any other season, right? Like, I mean, the number of quarterbacks that are out has got to be a record this season.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so where we're sitting from an injury standpoint compared to other teams where we looked really ugly at the beginning of the season, I feel like we're starting to get healthy again, and we're starting to fall into a groove. And other teams are kind of going the other direction right now. So
yeah,
I mean, I can't. Yeah, I'm from Buffalo, so I can't say we're going all the way, but I am optimistic that we are heading in the right direction at this time of the season, which makes me excited.
Yeah, and if the quarterback's not injured, they're just been struggling, right? Like, what's happening with the Jets and what's happening in New England. I mean, so no, for sure. And I definitely think, with the team that you guys have, you want to see a Josh Allen in a playoff, right? Like, that's the games that you're just like breathtaking throws to Stephon Diggs, like just beautiful plays that he can make. It's always exciting to watch
Diggs
him play.
has not been our star player lately, which I think has also been really interesting.
Diggs is old school, man.
He is.
He is. Why?
But I'm okay with that. And
I love it.
I think he's okay with it right now. Like, he's upset about some things, but it's because he's passionate about the game, right? Like, and you want that. But I mean, who saw Cook coming out like he has this season? We've got players coming out of the woodwork right now. One of the touchdowns, I don't even remember his name because I literally haven't seen his name all season. And I was like, oh, who's he? That's great. I'm so glad that he scored points so it's nice to see that we're more, there's more than one dimension to us right now. We're multidimensional. We have a little bit of a running game. We've got some other things going on for us. So I've got a little bit of optimism.
So you're in the hunt, Beth, but Desi Niners have clinched a spot.
Yes. So before I get to that, I just want to say that the reason why Stephon Diggs is not popping off is because, of course, he's on my fantasy team.
Of course.
I mean,
the three of us are wah, wah, wah.
And my fantasy team has just done complete crap. So, but yes.
How did I beat Sherry to back that up? Like, from last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Man.
That's how you know everything has been turned upside
Girl,
down.
my quarterback,
I'm a 500 team now.
Dude, my quarterback and Justin, so Herbert and Jefferson on my team, my two highest scoring players out first quarter, right? I still scored 130 points. I got defeated by by 160 points. What?
Who scores 160 points?
My opponent.
Oh my gosh.
On
That's
the week to
crazy.
determine the playoffs.
Well, so to speak about my beautiful 49ers, they were the first team to clinch playoffs. Fantastic due to the loss of the Green Bay Packers on Monday night. So we are in. We are also now number one in the NFC overall. We have knocked the Eagles out. Well, actually, really, the Dallas Cowboys knocked them off. We started it, they finished it. So that's what led to us being in first. I believe the Cowboys slipped all the way down to fifth because it's the 49ers and then it's Dallas and where I have the tab open somewhere. It's just loading. It's 49ers, Dallas, Lions, and Sherry. The Bucks at 6 and 7 is first in the NFC South. There's hope. Talk to me about your Bucks.
You know what? Listen, I feel like with what I've dealt, the blow I've dealt with fantasy football going out of the gate, like undefeated for so many weeks, the crime of the century with Florida State being left out of the top 4 in the college football playoffs, somehow my Bucks are in the lead for the AFC South. It's a terrible division. We know that, but somebody's got to lead the terrible. And I have this is my one highlight of this entire football season is that we have a chance. The Bucks have a chance. So I'm going to cling to that. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to squeeze it like little baby Jesus. And yes, that's how I feel.
All right. So we're happy. We're like, can we say, I don't want to say that. That's not
Nope.
nice. I'll be nice.
Nope.
But yeah, so also, so we got, just to wrap up the NFC, we've got 49ers number 1, Cowboys, Lions, Bucks. The Eagles are then 5th, like we just mentioned. Vikings, which I'm really surprised. They're on their 3rd quarterback now. I am shocked that they're in the 6th spot, but they are 7 and 6. And then Green Bay, you've got the Packers at 6 and 7. So that leads then on the bubble, like Beth had mentioned earlier. Beth, I don't think you did mention this, but Rams 8th, Seahawks, Falcons, Saints. So there's all of Sherry's teams right there in her division. Giants, Bears, Commanders, and Cardinals. So that's where it sits for the NFC. The AFC, guys, this is going to get interesting. Mm-hmm. First place is the Ravens right now. And who does the 49ers play on Christmas Day but the Ravens? So we will definitely be chatting about that as we get closer to that game.
What time is that game, Des, on Christmas Day?
It's an evening game. It's the evening game because I made sure that my flight to Buffalo was going to be in time for me to get there, get settled, and be able to be ready to watch the game. So
let me know where you're watching the game. We might meet up with you.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be in Buffalo. We may do that.
We'll be there.
That would be amazing. Wow. That would be freaking amazing. Okay, we do need to talk more about that offline. That would be great. Ravens in first, Dolphins second, Chiefs, Jaguars. Then you have the Browns and Steelers, and Colts finish up who's actually in right now. On the bubble, Texans, which they just caught a big L this past week. Yeah. So they're at 7 and 6 now. Broncos, shocker, right? 7 and 6. Bengals, you want to talk about banged up quarterback, 7 and 6. And then the Bills, 7 and 6. You're right there. And then the Chargers are right behind. Raiders, Jets, Titans. You want to talk about all quarterbacks behind you. They're all banged up. Let's see. And Pittsburgh, I'm really shocked. But again, AFC North, it's a tough division. And with the Ravens overall at the first place.
Beth,
currently.
We gotta get us in there, man. Like our teams have got to get in there. Desi's clinched, and we've just had so much misery with football. Like we really need this.
Anything. We need anything.
Yeah.
But you know what's really fun to talk about? Tommy DeVito. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We
Oh my
got to talk
goodness.
about the DeVito family. Like, what is happening with the Giants? Like, so for those of you who don't know, Beth's husband is a big Giants fan. I mean, it's not been the best season, but wow, how fun is it to have this kind of quarterback at this stage of the game who's now winning with the rowdy family in the stands, like total,
Every
just
time they zoom to
Italian.
the family in the stands, it's just like you're watching an episode of Sopranos. Like my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is the most Jersey thing you could have that could happen to the Giants. It
The
really is.
agent I thought was my cousin Vinny.
Yes.
I thought it
Yes.
was my cousin Vinny. Like the black hat, the black jacket, the gold chain, the whole thing. I'm like, that's his agent? Like, yeah, of course that's his agent. It is fantastic. How's
Just
Dana feel
missing
about it?
Fitzmagic. Our man, Fitzmagic.
A little bit back to Fitzmagic.
Yep.
Dana's loving it. I mean, it's one of those things like he knows they're not going anywhere this season, but it's just that little bit of levity, that little bit of just like it's just what they needed right now. And it's so
Absolutely.
good for that team. It's so good for that team.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just killing it. I mean, I don't know. They're making it happen. Good for them.
Listen, I love Taylor Swift, but I would rather like see more of the DeVito family because it's just so fantastic. I actually want
They're
like a
gonna get.
live.
I
want
was
a
just
live
thinking
stream.
that the next like School of Hard Knocks or whatever that TV show is, or whatever the football show is, they did it on the Jets.
Yes,
What is that
it's Hard
called?
Knocks. It was Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. It's going to be the DeVito family next season. And if it's not, I'm super disappointed.
I feel like I need a live stream of like the tailgate with that family. Like I need to see all of that. I just need more of it.
I
It's
do
fantastic.
hope that he's still quarterback when Buffalo plays the Giants again, because the DeVito family in Buffalo would be
Magic.
It would be magic.
Fitz magic. No, I'm just kidding. I just love that commercial.
And Fitzmagic would probably be there as well because he'd have to be.
Exactly.
Please invite me. Please, 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 please.
Yeah. We want to be a part of that tailgate 100%. So, all right. So that's what's going on there. We talked about the playoffs. Let's see. Anything else we want to chat about? Who do we have coming up? We've got some games coming up. The 49ers are playing Arizona, and I'm super stoked about. Oh, wait, pause. Did you guys hear what Cam Newton has been saying?
No.
You missed this? Okay, now I need to find the video.
I haven't heard Cam Newton's name in quite some time.
I was just gonna say I've not. I'm pretty sure I have a Cam Newton like Superman shirt from the Panthers a million years ago. Because
I love me some Cam Newton.
So he called out Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Tua, and Jared Goff as game managers. But let me see if I can find the actual video audio on it, because let's see. I'm going to put it. We're going to put on Undisputed because I know that they hold on, I'll bring this up. So I'm going to share screen. All right. I don't know if you can see it yet. Can you see?
Yeah. It's there now.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see this?
Got it.
Can you see the YouTube? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. That's not the video. Sorry. Hold on. Let me find it. There's like all these shows. Ooh, okay. That's not it either. Darn it. So basically, I've got to find this though. Here it is. Look at this outfit that he's wearing, y'all.
We're not seeing it. We're just seeing that still same page.
Here we go. Oh, you can't see it? Hold on.
No, whatever you're sharing is not. It's just your search page.
Okay, hold on. Stop screen. Dang it. I don't know why it's not bringing up the actual screen. Can you hear it though when I'm playing it?
No, not right now.
Well, I'm not
While
playing
you're
it yet,
searching
but
for
when I
that,
was
I also wanted to mention I'm going to go back to that Mahomes play in the Kansas City game because here's my other issue about the situation. It wasn't like it was 4th down. It was still 3rd down.
I love it.
They
Beth.
had another play.
So I love it. You're like,
So they
I
screwed
love
up on the next play as well, right? So you're mad about something that happened 3rd down, but you didn't turn it over until 4th down.
it.
So you
Okay,
still
here's
had
the
another
other thing.
opportunity.
But here's the other thing is that like you could totally be mad about it, but direct your anger in the right place. You know what I mean? Like
Like at your teammate.
Yeah, like I don't
screwed it up and has in the
Yeah.
past also screwed up consistently.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you could like be really frustrated that that did not go down how you wanted it to. And I don't have any problem with Patrick Mahomes like freaking out afterwards. He
Right.
didn't like yell at
Absolutely.
anybody. Like it's fine. He's passionate. But don't be like refs were the problem. Like it was technically I'm a rules girl in certain situations, and in this case the rules were clear. He was offside, so just
and it was like at the end of the game, like when he was in Josh Allen's air, like Josh Allen just like patted him on the chest and walked away. And in my head, all I could think of is Josh Allen saying, "Yeah, next time you get horse collared and nobody says anything, you let me know." Like he just kept walking,
right,
you know?
right.
exactly.
Well, what it reportedly
Okay.
Mahomes said to him was like, said to Josh Allen was like, man, that was a fucking bullshit call. And I will say, I saw Patrick Mahomes apologizing all over the place for how he talked to Josh Allen, and that was not the place and not the right thing to do. And blah,
He
blah, blah.
apologized to Josh Allen, but not, he probably shouldn't have acted that way, is the other apology he made earlier.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes. Well,
not really, he shouldn't have, but probably.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
sorry.
this
Go
is
ahead.
going to knock
We're
that
ready.
one out. Like,
We're ready.
Okay, this is Cam Newton now, so like this will make Mahomes look like a
Let's
a nothing.
see.
Lamar
Let's
Jackson,
see.
obviously Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, but Brock, they're not winning because of him.
He's not turning the ball over.
He's managing the game. And if we were to put that in its own right as game managers, Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Jared Goff, and really Dak Prescott. These are game managers. They're not difference makers.
And when you say game manager, I'm not asking you to go out and win the game. I'm just asking you not to lose.
Not to lose the game. Listen, motherfucker, I don't give a damn what you do. You don't have to score every time. You just don't have to throw a pick every time either. If we're going to really call a spade, a game manager is different than a game changer.
First of all, what the fuck?
Shots been fired, man.
What has happened to Cam Newton?
I don't even know what to say.
Who is that? That's not Cam Newton.
I did not know that was Cam Newton. If you didn't tell me,
I
would
have
like never
reggae,
guessed.
like what the fuck?
I would have never guessed. Not in a million.
Listen, I don't know if you guys watch ESPN's show Get Up, but they had Kimberly Martin on there, and Kmart is my girl. And she said it best, and she said it for all of us ladies out there. She was like, okay, outfit aside, like, she was like, first thing she said was outfit aside, like, what is that? What is he talking? Like, no, this is not,
I thought he
you've
was
gotten this
Flavor
all.
Flav.
What?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. He just needed a gold clock hanging around his neck.
Exactly.
And
And
he'd be set.
we didn't see below. I was
You're
expecting.
true. We couldn't see that
Yeah.
far down. It
Right.
might have been. It might have been the
Might have
thing.
been.
So he's got a podcast. This was from his podcast. I think it's called 4th and 1. And so, of course, it's creating a whole lot of buzz. And so it's brilliant in terms of marketing because everybody's talking about him today. But, me being a 49er fan, and of course, I'm a big Brock Purdy fan and everything that he does. My comments are basically every quarterback is a game manager. If you don't think that, then I mean,
Right.
that's just literally part of the job requirements.
Duh.
You have to be able to manage
And
the
that's
game.
what I didn't really understand
literally
either in his
duh.
whole statement. Like,
Yeah.
that's your job. That's your actual job.
Exactly. And, I get like game changers, right? Like I think of Josh Allen, the arm, like you can just throw a bomb down the field. Well, guess what? Brock Purdy is the most efficient quarterback on throws over 20 yards, right? So, I mean, he can throw those passes over 30 yards, I think even over 40 yards. So, I mean, he can do it, and he can do it with great precision. So, someone asked me today, like, was Joe Montana a game manager? And I was like,
Duh.
they all are. Yes, he was. I was like, but he was also called the comeback kid because when they got down to the last seconds of the game, you could lean on him to get the job done. And to me, that's a game changer.
So can we just agree that Cam Newton is irrelevant and trying to be relevant? And that's my conclusion.
I basically posted somewhere that he was an unemployed quarterback.
I mean, he's just trying to be relevant. You know what? And that's what it takes these days is like, it's got to be so extreme to be relevant, right? Like nobody can be normal and get attention. It's just got to be so extreme.
Unless you're Fitzpatrick.
But that is totally
that's natural.
He's magical and extreme in his own right.
Is
that's
totally
fair.
acceptable. He is a magical unicorn. Totally acceptable. He does it with love and lightheartedness, and there is nothing in my world.
It's truly genuine. His chaos and
so
crazy
genuine.
is truly genuine.
Genuine love versus attention getter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Fitzmagic has 6 kids. He doesn't have time to play games. He's like, yo, this is fun, Dad. I am. And I'm here for it. I love him. He doesn't try to play anything else. And I really did not like that clip.
Well, I'm glad you ladies, I could get you didn't have, this was on the fly. You guys definitely didn't know about this ahead of time. So this is fantastic. But all right, well, let's move forward on the games that we have coming up. Week 15, tomorrow night, Thursday night's game is the Raiders and Chargers. Meh. Who you guys got? Who's going to win this game? Chargers or Raiders?
Chargers.
Raiders. We want the Raiders to win.
I think it's going to be the Raiders.
Y'all, Patrick Mahomes, he flew off last week. He is spending the week regrouping and figuring out how to win and not letting anything get in the way. That's my hot take.
Wait, we're talking about Chargers Raiders.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the Chiefs. My bad.
Chargers. I was like, Chargers lost their quarterback.
I was like, oh yeah. Oh my God. Don't get me started on the Chargers because, maybe I blocked that out because I lost my quarterback.
That's right. I was like,
I'm sorry. I got way ahead. Yeah.
All good.
Anyway,
we're going to get to that game in a minute. We're going to get to that game in a minute.
That's how I feel
Backtrack.
about that.
Oh God, this is like a tailgate. Okay, let's see. This weekend we have Vikings at Bengals. That could be interesting. They're both jockeying for position here. Vikings are kind of more so in. Bengals are on the bubble. We got Steelers and Colts, Broncos and Lions. Who do you guys like for Vikings Bengals? Vikings are on their third quarterback. Bengals are on their second.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, I don't know. Toss up.
I'm going Bengals. They're at home. Second stringer has, I think, won a game for them already. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
going
won
Bengals.
last week. They won this past week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have, Bengals, man.
All right. Sherry, you said Bengals too?
I said toss up.
Okay. Steelers, Colts. It's in Indianapolis. Real quick, who we got?
Colts.
I haven't even followed either of them enough to make a determination on that game.
Okay, I'm going Colts. Broncos, Lions at Detroit.
Lions.
Lions.
Okay, all unanimous vote there. All right, we got Bucks at Packers.
Oh, for Lordy's sake, for my football season, please be Bucks.
This is in Lambeau.
I hope the Bucks, but it's real cold up there.
And it's a 1 o'clock game. It's a 1 o'clock game though, thankfully.
Yeah.
It'll be slightly
Yeah, man.
warmer.
I need a little bit of football love. This is like literally my last grasp of the football season. So Bucks.
So if they take this game, they keep this. If they lose, are they out or are they?
We're still not out if we lose because we're currently leading the AFC South. We have a head-to-head win against Atlanta if the record is tied. So we're not out, but, we're not fantastic. So I need every win.
So
I get it.
Best of the worst division, man. Best of the worst division.
All right. So Sherry's going for Bucks. Beth, you're going for
the Bucks for Sherry because
Thank you.
I'll just throw it up in the air because I don't know if I even have a chance in fantasy, but I have Jordan Love as my quarterback, so toss up. Texans at Titans. I'll go Texans, even though Titans
Probably.
just okay.
Totally Texans.
All right, Chiefs Patriots. There you go, Sherry.
Chiefs.
Patty Mack, and they should be able to beat the Patriots, although their defense has been doing some things. What do you think?
I agree. I don't think Mahomes is going to let 2 games go by without him saddling up and making a play for it.
It
so
honestly doesn't matter who they played. Like this is
right.
Yeah.
Mahomes isn't going to let. So their loss to Buffalo was Mahomes' first back-to-back loss in 10 losses. So
don't see a third happening.
Mahomes doesn't lose back-to-back. So I don't see him losing a third time.
All right. Then we got Jets Dolphins in Miami. That should be an interesting game.
Dolphins,
but I think it'll be an interesting game as well. I don't think it's going to be as clear cut as
it's a historic
maybe
rivalry.
we may have thought at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, defense is always good for the Jets, led by head coach Robert Saleh. Dolphins, the Tyreek Hill did that little knee thing. I'm not sure if that was just a bruise, a little tweak. But it'll be interesting.
He's not looking 100% at all out there.
No,
and regardless, it's a classic rivalry, so that always has to impact the game. Always, it's always going to impact the the
emotions are going to be high, no matter what.
Yep.
All right, we got Bears Browns in Cleveland. I'm going Browns.
Browns, why not?
All right, Giants at Saints. Ooh, do we want the DeVita?
I really want Giants to win, man.
I really want the Giants to win too because I just need I need AFC South out of the equation so the Bucks
That's true.
Have to win.
She's got.
I just want to be doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget about it. All right, Falcons at Carolina. I guess Sherry's rooting for.
Unfortunately, well, I hope the Panthers win. I'm going Panthers. Chuba Hubbard. Like, I'm going Panthers.
I'm going Falcons.
Let's do it.
I mean, I'm going Falcons, but I mean, we're Atlanta, so that's our backup. We need them to do something. Look
I
decent.
need them to
but
do nothing.
I don't want them to hurt your chances, Sherry. I just
Thank
need
you.
them to
Thank you.
do decent so that like
Ah.
people keep showing up at their games.
Got it. Commanders at LA Rams. I'm going to pick Rams.
Commanders.
Wow. Okay.
Commanders.
I don't have an opinion.
Okay. Niners, Cardinals, of course. The 49ers.
Niners.
The Cowboys and the Bills.
Oh, I'm rooting for you, Beth.
Beth, I am the
rooting for
biggest
you.
Bills, baby, Bills, baby, Bills.
Do you
We
guys
are-
understand that if my daughter wins fantasy football, her team is the fucking Cowboys? Do you guys know
Our
that?
team is the Bills in fantasy, and we're not there.
Let's just buy her different stuff anyways if she wins.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
She's gonna get things from every other team. She's not getting
Right.
anything from
Oh
the
gosh,
Cowboys.
I'm now.
We are
It's just hitting me
giant-
what you're talking about.
We are praying and
Giant
hoping for
Bills.
Buffalo. Let's
All right.
it is a big game. No matter
What's our
what
fight
it is,
song,
it's a
Beth?
big
Do
game.
we have a fight song?
Shout.
Shout's our fight song. We're doing
Have
it.
you heard? Have you heard? Shout the Bills make me want to shout. Shout. It's
All
the
right.
it's the whatever that other song is that they just turned into the Buffalo Bills song.
We're gonna do it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we're all.
I
Bills
will
fans speaking.
I will text it to y'all.
Yeah, we need that in our
Pretty much-
life.
It's played at
Oh,
every
yeah.
game. It's played at every touchdown. It is, yeah.
So you guys are the 425 game. My game's 405. So I'll definitely be watching the score of that. But Sherry, your game's at 1, so you'll be watching that Bills game probably at the 425 start.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're finishing up here.
We're hosting a birthday / football party at our house. So
That's how
for
you do
Mel,
it.
you need to go ahead and oh shoot, your game's at 425 too.
Yeah. Oh wait, whose game?
Yours.
Mine's at 405, but yeah, basically 4 o'clock game. Yeah.
'Cause
All right.
it's
We
Mel's
got,
birthday.
Let's do a shot, ladies. Come on.
oh, we
Cheers
could.
to us.
Okay, I might
Yeah.
be at the shout out to Niners Empire. They do a watch party down in South Tampa. I might be at. So I can
Call us live. from
call
the
you
bar.
live. We could do that live for sure.
Ooh.
All right. So then the Sunday night game is Ravens Jaguars. I am rooting for the Jags just because I need them to be a little roughed up before we have to play them on Christmas Day. I know that's petty, but that's how I'm rolling right now. What do you guys think? It's in Jacksonville.
Jags.
Only because because my sisters used to live in Cleveland, and you can't root for Baltimore because they came from Cleveland, and
And
you know.
I'm Washington fan.
All right, got it. Final game Monday night,
I'm not.
Eagles Seahawks. I gotta pick the Seahawks.
Oh hell yes,
Please,
Seahawks.
please,
Seahawks.
the Seahawks, please.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, guys.
I'm
well,
so
that
glad
wraps
we all
up.
agree,
I know. Well,
I
great
think because
minds.
we're tired of the same people.
right?
We've gotten to that part of the season where we're all just ready.
Well, we're all fucking badasses, dude. Let's also say that.
I was gonna say great minds think alike. All right, guys. Well, that wraps up our final thoughts for this week. We're going to be rooting on our teams in week 15, and we'll see everybody back next Wednesday. All right, guys. Happy football.
Happy football.
Bye.